Hello my friends, it's Katie here with another Kindness Rock tutorial for you. So I'm going to start out on a shadow stone and I'm going to be sketching out my flowers all around the outside of the rock, kind of like a frame. And I'm just doing doodle flowers, doodle leaves, doodle stems with little dot things on it. It's all just typical doodle stuff. If you look up doodles on Google or Pinterest, you're going to see all these same little doodles that I've been working on practicing, and now I'm starting to throw them up on a rock. And sometimes I just go for it and I don't look at anything as an example, but I just want to fill all the way in around the outside because I'm going to be putting a kindness quote in the center. So here I'm just doing the stems with the little dots. And after I get my main flowers in, I'm going to go in and kind of fill stuff in. So I'm going to add little stems with the dots, and like there I'm adding an extra one, and then I'm going to add another one up at the top and just kind of fill in that whole frame. So once I get it where I like it, I'm going to start coloring in with Posca pens. Yes, I said it, Posca pens. You don't see me using these often, but sometimes on a natural rock, it's fun to use them. So, I'm using several different colors. I have regular Poscas and pastels. This is a pastel green that I'm using right now. I will list everything in the drop-down box in the description. I will list all the colors and the Posca pens and sizes that I used. So now I'm just going to color in with different pens, all the flowers and the stems and everything. And it was kind of fun using the Posca pens for a change. I use the Posca pens, but you don't normally see me using the actual pen because I just use the ink out of the pen because it's pretty opaque. And sometimes I like working with the really fine ink. So I'm using yellow on that one, and that's the Pastel Yellow. So I'm just going to be coloring in all these flowers that I drew in. And some of them will need a second coat. I'm doing this on a natural rock that I did not seal. So you're going to need a couple of coats because it's going to suck up that paint a little bit. But I just decided to do this on the fly, so I just picked up a rock and pushed record. And I did it late at night, and that was probably a bad idea, as you're going to see later in the video why that was a bad idea. But in the end, it turns out cute, and I'm happy with it, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a few minutes. So now I'm using the bright pink, and then that's kind of a melon color. I think it's coral. And then red. And I did yellow in the centers of the flowers. Black inside that flower. Now that flower, I'm going to go put some little accent lines in it. And I start off with orange. And I decide that I don't care for it. And I switch over to red wine and just go over that orange. So the cool thing about Poscas is once it dries, if you don't like it, you can go over it with a different color. So there I'm putting my second coat. Usually the yellow needs 2 or 3 coats. That's just how it is, no matter what medium you use. The yellow is so opaque. Now I'm starting with the green. And I have one light green tooli-art pen that you see kind of off in the right corner. I don't have that color in Posca. I don't even know if Posca makes that green color, but I had to use that. So I took a little orange at that base green stem, and I just kind of made a semicircle and then pulled out some lines just to give it an accent. And I'm doing the same thing with the pink flower. And then that flower, I'm going to pull out some lines almost where it kind of looks like a sun. And then I'll draw a center in there, which I think that didn't end up on video, but it's just a little black, like diamond shape. Now I'm putting some black accents in that red flower, and then I used green on top of the pastel green, just for some accents on the leaves. And this is the part I was talking about where I put the orange. I'm going to go back later and put red wine over the top of that, of those lines. And now I'm putting the third leaf on that one. So now I'm outlining, and I'm just going to outline a couple flowers for you. I'm not going to put the whole thing on here. Basically just go outline everything. I don't outline the stems with the circles or the leaves. I just outline the leaves and the circles and leave the stems. I forgot that one little flower. So this is where I'm going to start the kindness quote. And as you see, I've already made a mistake. I forgot the other N in kindness. So I did not catch this because it was so late at night. I did not catch this until I posted it, and poor Shelly was the one that had to tell me that it was messed up. And I was just so bummed about it because I had worked so hard on this video. But then I thought, I'm going to show y'all a way that I can fix this and still make it look cute, still make it where somebody will love it. But I did it on a natural stone, and at first I was like, oh my god, it's trash, or I just have to paint over it, you know. But I sat and thought about it, and I came up with a way to fix it. So everything else here, I'm showing you the writing because everything else is good. I did kindness and goodness in capital letters and cursive on the little letters, and always as the downstroke is thicker, the upstroke is thinner, and that's kind of what I went with the cursive. Now I was a little over to the left side, so I put 2 hearts in just to kind of balance it out. And now I'm putting some Ranger liquid pearls in yellow all around, just to be extra, because you know I'm extra. Now I'm putting some Hologram by Naturalis in the hearts, just for some sparkle. And here you go. This is how I fixed it. So I colored it up with black, put some little pink dots around it, and wrote kindness. So it's all fixed, and it still looks cute. So this shows you that you can fix your rock if you make a blunder like I did. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and I hope y'all have a great day.